Hey guys, welcome to the meditation realm, and I am so excited to be starting this new channel. This has been something that has been in the works for a really long time, so I'm so excited to be sitting here with you guys. Today's video is going to be on the first step towards healing. I always find that it's very hard to transition from feeling like you're in a dark space and then moving towards or transitioning towards healing. So I feel like that in between period of going from one stage to another could be very hard. And today I want to talk about a few practical things that you could do when you first want to start working towards your healing process. And your healing process is extremely important in your spiritual journey, because that's kind of where you start to build your connection with the universe, with the divine, and with yourself. So it's very important to really build a relationship and a foundation where you could start to heal those wounds that you might have. Okay, so I have a notebook where I wrote a few things down, but definitely let's get started. So step number one towards your first step towards healing is sit down and notice how you are feeling. In this process, people tend to get stuck because if you don't sit down and really focus on your inner dialogue and really what's going on inside, this is where self-sabotage could come in. So a lot of people tend to use drugs, a lot of people tend to go out and party, like whatever your vice is, this is usually where it starts, because you're not going inside and seeing how you are feeling. So in order for you to do that, it's actually very, very simple, but it's very hard to kind of go in and face, you know, your feelings and your reality. But the way that you can do that is through meditation. So I have actually a guided meditation that I want to do with you guys, and I'm gonna do that very soon, where you pretty much sit down and focus where you feel your feelings. So a lot of people might feel a pressure here in their heart chakra or here around their stomach. So you really got to look and see, okay, where do you feel pressure, where do you feel tightness? You sit down and you just put your attention and your focus in that area. You don't judge it, you know, you don't try to overanalyze it. You just sit down and you just notice it. And when you notice it, you're gonna notice either butterflies in your stomach coming up, or you feel that wound of your first heartbreak, whatever it might be. You're gonna start to feel it. It's gonna start to come up, and once it comes up, that's where you can release it. Step number two is acceptance. And sometimes it's very hard to accept that, you know, we're hurt, we feel wounded, we feel rejected, we feel backstabbed, whatever that feeling that you're feeling might be. It's time for you to accept the fact that, you know what, I am hurt. I'm not in a place where I want to be. You know, I do feel depressed. You have to accept it in order to release it. You have to make the conscious decision that you want to heal. If you continue to be on self-sabotage mode, you're gonna continue doing things that are working against you and your spirit. So definitely making the conscious decision and telling yourself, like, okay, I accept the fact that I'm hurt right now and I'm in a dark place, but I consciously want to do things that is going to make me feel better, that is going to sit well with my spirit, that is going to sit well with me, that's going to bring me peace, happiness, joy, whatever it is. You have to consciously tell yourself that you're ready to make this decision to heal. Another thing is that you got to keep in mind is that every day is a new day. You know, like, even though things might not have worked out today, or there was a situation that went bad today, or there was something that you did that kind of worked against you, always tell yourself that tomorrow is a new day, or today is a new day, and today I could do something to raise my vibration, as little as it might be. Something is something. Another thing that I want to talk about when it comes to acceptance is that wherever you put your focus, that's where your energy is going to expand. So if you're putting your focus on being sad, on being depressed, on feeling victimized, whatever it is, if that's where you're constantly putting your thought process, you're constantly telling yourself certain things, you're doing things that work against you, that energy is going to be expanding. While if you put your energy and your focus on doing things that are going to make you feel better, doing things that are going to make you heal, doing things that are going to make you feel happy, that is going to start expanding. We always attract what we are, and sometimes that's hard to really process when it comes to vibrations and frequencies. If you're vibing at a low level, you're going to be attracting things that are on the same frequency. If you're attracting things that are on a higher frequency, you're going to be attracting things that are at a higher level. So it's going to be expanding. You're going to be attracting that. Another thing that I want to talk about when it comes to acceptance is affirmations. If you're in a dark place, affirmations are a way to kind of fake it until you make it. I don't want to sound cliche, but they really do help. So one thing that I would tell myself at one point was something good is going to happen to me today. Whether nothing good did happen at all, but I would tell myself something good is going to happen to me today. So, or something, you know, something good will happen. And random things will happen, you know, like maybe a random little kid could probably say hi to me in the street, and that made me feel good, you know. Or out of nowhere, I got a grant from school that I didn't think I was going to get. I wasn't expecting that at all. And out of nowhere, I had a good amount of money in my bank account. So you putting affirmations out there, like something good is gonna happen today, or, you know, I am love, I am beautiful, you're gonna start to really believe that stuff after a while. Step number 3 is a daily self-care routine, and this is what's gonna be getting you into the flow of healing. What I mean by that is having time for yourself. It could be so simple, guys. It could be to the point where you just take a bath or a shower. It could be to the point where you brush your hair. It could be to the point you paint your nails. It could be where you build a yoga and meditation routine, where you pull a card of the day. Any little thing that requires you to love yourself and requires you to have some form of self-care, do that. That is what's going to build up your momentum. So for example, for me, I remember there was a time where Pluto was transitioning through my 6th house. So there was a form of transformation that was going to happen in my everyday routine or in my health or whatever. So for me, it happened that I completely found a new regimen, a new routine that worked for me in my healing process. So this is literally how it went. I will wake up, make myself some tea, go ahead and do a yoga routine. I would pick one out from YouTube, then I'll meditate, then I'll pick a card of the day, journal a little bit, and that was it. And when I tell you guys, I felt so connected to the universe. I felt so connected with myself. I felt like I was doing something productive. So whether it's in the morning or at night where you decide to journal, whatever the case may be, journal, lighting a candle, sitting with yourself, just thinking, doing a prayer. If you build a habit of doing these things every single day, you're gonna see how you're healing. You're no longer putting your energy on what went wrong or what isn't working out. You're now doing something small and practical that's making you feel good, you know. All right, step number 4, and that is detox, guys. Detox. I am actually working on a bath salt to release negative energy, so I will definitely announce that when that is ready to go. But that is something that I swear by. I swear by bath salts, guys. Like, salt is it cleanses you. I use bath salts to cleanse my tarot cards, my crystals. When you go to the ocean and you might have like a cut or whatever, and you go for a swim and you come out, your wounds heal. So salt is very, very powerful. And whether that's doing a bath salt, whether that's doing a lemon and water detox, you know, whether you're doing a detox from social media, whatever the case may be, detoxing is important, because you're kind of pushing out the toxins and negativity that you no longer need in order to kind of have a clean slate and start building fresh. And that's what you want. So step number 5 is simply to talk it out. That's another way that you can heal. And another way to release emotions is talking to someone, whether that is a friend, whether that is your family member, whether it's going to therapy. I honestly didn't know how helpful it will be just simply talking to someone, because you're getting it out, you know, like it's like getting a detox and you're releasing the toxins. You're releasing the energy, you're releasing your emotions. So just talking with someone is a great way to heal. Of course, talk to someone that you confide in, talking to someone that you trust and that you know they're going to give you wise and guided advice. So another thing is, if you want to go to therapy, that's great too, you know. That's also a way that you are doing something practical that is self-care, where you know that you're working on yourself, you're healing yourself. So those are ways, guys, that you could start your healing process. And it's all about starting it. Once you started it, you're on your journey, you know. It's just a matter of building that momentum. It's just a matter of just building on things and building on your wisdom. And that's all it is, guys. And trust me, I know it's very hard to kind of go from that stage where you're in a place where you don't want to be and moving into healing. But trust me, I know it's very hard to kind of go from that stage where you're in a place where you don't want to be and moving into healing. But it's the little things that count. You might just be overwhelmed and you don't know where to start. So that's why I tell you guys, with these 5 practical steps, you could start your journey towards healing. So guys, I really hope that you enjoy this video. Please leave a comment and tell me, what do you do to heal? And if you guys have any questions, or you guys want to do any donations, I will leave everything in the link down below. Definitely make sure to share and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.